Um, I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself real quick. I'm Bianca Mothe. I was previously the Academy Director. I had stepped out this past year due to a commitment with CSU, and now I'm back. So I am the Middle Leadership Academy Co-Director, as well as I'm helping the overall CSU Student Success Network as Director. And I'm a faculty member at Cal State San Marcos in the Biology Department. Rock?
Hi, everyone. I'm Rock Braithwaite, and I am a faculty member at Humboldt State in the Department of Kinesiology, Recreation Administration, and Nursing. And last year, I served as the interim co-director with Brett Smith in Bianca's absence. So this year, I'm serving as the co-director with Bianca. So welcome, Dr. Mims, and everyone else who's going to be watching and joining us.
Wonderful. So today our goal is to give you a little bit more information about the Student Success Network and the Middle Leadership Academy and see how we can help you put together a proposal. So the CSU Student Success Network is an independent network within the CSU, and it's composed of faculty, staff, administrators, and students. And our goal is to collectively work and advance system-wide goals for student success. The vision here is that all CSU students experience the highest possible quality education with a specific focus on closing opportunity access gaps and achieving equitable outcomes. We have 4 strands or activities to our work, and we're in support of applied research at this point, which is to understand ways to support student success in the CSU. We're going to be talking a little bit more about the Middle Leadership Academy today, so I'll skip that one. Convenings is opportunities for faculty, staff, and administrators to identify problems of practice, exchange ideas, and learn from one another. And they tend to be one-day events. We have our communications work, which is to share findings and lessons with all of those who are supporting student success. And then recently, last year, we had our first conference. So that is an additional activity that now we're supporting. So the goal for and the benefits for students are to support a range of efforts focused on high quality learning, engagement, progression, graduation. So to really understand what's working best. Engage in campus planning process. And then for students, it's networking and leadership opportunities. For faculty, staff, and administrators, greater access to colleagues, so really understanding what are other colleagues on other campuses that maybe have a similar role to you, so role-alikes. And knowledge about effective practices across disciplines and campuses. Opportunities to experiment and share knowledge. There's the professional development and growth, and to help more students reach their educational goals. And for campuses as a whole, it's a new support for campuses to really interact and connect back to Chancellor's Office system goals. We are independent of the Chancellor's Office, but working collaboratively on those system goals. Access knowledge and effective practice from across CSU campuses, grow the evidence information to inform ongoing practices, initiatives, and investments, and also for campuses to allow their members to participate in professional development. So with that in mind, I'll hand it over to Rock.
Yeah, I get the opportunity to kind of talk a little bit about the Middle Leadership Academy, what it is, what's happened throughout the years, and be able to walk you through the application process. So the Middle Leadership Academy is a team-based model that engages faculty, staff, students, and administrators. And in many cases, most of our teams have at least one representative from each one of those groups. It is a year-long institute that happens at 3 different time points throughout the year. So, and those time points are Thursday through Saturday. The exception, things have gone, well, obviously we've had to adjust because of the pandemic. And this fall, we will be virtual. So the virtual sessions will look very different than the face-to-face sessions that will happen in the spring. So each campus team will have a facilitator that the network assigns to them to be able to help them navigate through this year-long program. And another key point that we want to highlight is that the Academy is a problem-based learning model. So you're looking to solve an issue specific to your campus, to your organization within the CSU. And we really encourage and believe in leading from the middle. In many cases, there's expertise and untapped resource potential for people in the middle. And they understand what's going on with the students and the people they're serving, and getting their expertise is really, really critical. So, and the last particular part is that really your campus project, we're hoping to see you bring to fruition and improve student outcomes and achievement as you go through the year. So just a little bit about what's happened through, this is our 5th year of existence. And in the first year, really focused on Executive Order 1110. So the remedial work in English and math, and converting those to where they're credit-based courses. And we had 9 campuses that were represented. In years 2 through 4. So this takes us all the way up to this previous year. We had 12, 11, and 8 campuses over the pandemic that were involved. And the number and diversity of projects was actually varied. So we had a number of different campuses who wanted to take different approaches and address specific issues related to their campus. So whereas that first year, we were really focused on one issue related to helping the CSU move forward, related to equity-based issues, these last few years have been, the projects are very different, and they are specific to each campus or organization. So there are, these are links to different proposals and projects that campuses have worked on. But just to kind of give an overview of some of the types of things. Over the years, some have been residential programs, some have focused on advising, some have focused really on professional development opportunities for faculty to decrease, improve equity gaps in classes. So there's been a whole host of projects. Those are just a few. Some have worked on working with men of color. Some have worked on cultural centers and improving outcomes related to that. So there's a whole host and range of different projects related to equity issues on campuses. And those 2 links take us to all the different campuses that have participated and the projects that they have worked on. So it kind of gives you an overview of everything that's happened in these last 4 years as we begin this 5th year. There is also another link that you'll see that kind of talks a little bit about the overview of the Academy, what's happening, when it's happening this upcoming year. So yeah, it provides a holistic perspective. So what we're asking from each campus that participates is that we would be working with one team from each CSU campus. And we have up to, I believe, 16 spots available, or budget to accommodate 16 different campuses. I think the key thing to note is that we have never run into a situation where one campus has submitted 2 applications. But if that is the case, or that does happen, we are in a place to be able to evaluate that on a case-by-case basis. You know, sometimes campuses bring multiple issues forward, and we're willing to consider that if one campus comes forward with 2 different projects. But traditionally, we just serve one campus. The real key thing is the second bullet. We want the campus to really attempt to implement a project, a program related to a specific equity issue in your organization on your campus. And we expect teams to participate in the 3 different Academy sessions. and they are Thursday through Saturday when they are face-to-face. Like I said, the first session this year in the fall is virtual, and that's where we won't be going Thursday through a Saturday, but it'll be a Thursday, Friday, the 28th and the 29th of October, and November 5th is actually the following Friday, and they are 3 2.5 virtual sessions. So we developed this programming last year, and it really was effective and worked. So we're going to stick with that for these virtual sessions this fall. The 2 face-to-face sessions are in February and April, and those will be a Thursday through Saturday, all day Thursday, all day Friday, and a half day Saturday. All the travel costs, the food costs, the lodging costs are reimbursed through our programs. And I think the other thing that needs to be kind of highlighted is that each team is comprised of 6 different members from the campus, the organization, and the CSU. And we're hoping that those teams are representative of all the different units, divisions that are going to be represented and collaborating on this specific equity-based project. So during the face-to-face sessions, I think the other key part that we need to understand is that we only have money to cover the travel costs to and from Pomona at the Kellogg West Conference Center for those 6 members. And sometimes we have had different teams rotate members, but we can only pay for 6 to travel. So that's an important caveat to add. So how to apply? Here's the link to the application itself, and it is online, and it allows you in essence to be able to do this online. The application date has actually come and gone, but we are expecting that given how everything had to transition to a virtual world, and then as we begin to transition back to face-to-face, there's going to be a number of different difficulties for campus to submit things on time. So we are going to engage, just like we did last year, in a rolling registration process, meaning we're hoping to have our final list of campuses sometime in August, before sessions begin at the end of October. So this is an opportunity now that we're done to be able to ask